What is the oldest technology in human history? Most people would say stone axes. Some would say fire. Others would say woven clothes. They are all wrong. Because long before Homo sapiens built their first shelter or wove their first fabric, we were running chemistry labs inside dark coastal caves, crushing earth, rendering animal fat, painting our own bodies every single day. A starving, hairless ape, facing freezing cold and hunted by apex predators, was spending hours applying makeup. 40,000 years ago, body paint wasn't vanity. It was synthetic armor. It was a silent language. It was psychological warfare. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at lipstick the same way again. Chapter 1. The original synthetic armor. Look at bare human skin. Biologically, it's a disaster. No fur, no scales, no natural armor. Without protection, early humans were walking targets for mosquitoes, ticks, parasitic flies, and blistering UV rays. An infected bite or severe sunburn wasn't an inconvenience. It was a death sentence. Then came a breakthrough: red ochre, a soft rock packed with iron oxide. Ground into powder and mixed with rendered animal fat, it creates a thick, waterproof paste. And this paste did three things at once. It formed a physical wall. Mosquitoes couldn't bite through it. Ticks couldn't attach. The iron minerals bounced away, sun radiation, acting like an early sunscreen. And during freezing ice age nights, the fat-bound layer sealed pores and trapped body heat. Before we ever wove clothes, we wore a second skin made of crushed earth and animal marrow. But here's the part that actually shocked archaeologists. Chapter 2. The 100,000-year-old cosmetic lab. For decades, science assumed body painting was a recent trend, something modern humans invented late in our history. Then, archaeologists dug into Blombo's cave in South Africa, buried under meters of ancient earth. Two abalone shells, dated to roughly 100,000 years old, containing traces of a processed, blood-red paste. Beside them, stone mortars, quartzite grinders, charcoal bits, bone spatulas. This wasn't an accident. Researchers believe this was a deliberate production process 100,000 years ago, before the pyramids, before agriculture, before modern humans even reached Europe. Our ancestors were running what looks like an organized pigment workshop inside a cave. They traveled miles into dangerous territory to find the right shade of red, because running out of pigment meant running out of protection. Chapter 3. Silent code and mental warfare. Body paint also solved a deadly problem: communication. Imagine stalking a bison herd through thick brush. One spoken word, and the hunt is over. In the wild, your voice could get you killed. Paint speaks without a sound. Researchers believe ancient humans used pigment patterns almost like a dashboard. Different marks likely signaling different things: an active hunt, clan identity, rank. White mud smeared under the eyes cut sun glare, a trick modern NFL players still use today. And then came the mental side of it. Sharp, geometric lines of red, black, and white altered the human face. In flickering firelight, these patterns distorted the silhouette entirely to a rival tribe or a predator. You didn't look like a fragile ape anymore. You looked like something else, something to fear. Some researchers argue this wasn't just visual, that the ritual of painting itself may have primed hunters psychologically, making them feel bigger, bolder, ready to face something 10 times their size. Wait, but this raises a bigger question. If this technology is so powerful, were we the only ones using it? Chapter 4. A technology older than our species. Here's the most mind-bending part. We used to think Homo sapiens invented this, that it was our edge over primitive cousins like Neanderthals. We were wrong. Digs across Europe uncovered Neanderthal sites filled with ground red ochre, pigment-stained shells, and black manganese crayons. Some dated over 60,000 years old, with debated evidence pushing the practice even further back. This means body paint likely wasn't a Homo sapiens invention alone. It may have been a shared technology across different human species. When our ancestors first migrated into Europe and encountered Neanderthals in the freezing forests, they may have seen painted faces staring back at them, faces that already understood the language of the dust. As we built permanent shelters, invented clothes, and domesticated animals, the physical need for body paint faded. We no longer needed red ochre to keep mosquitoes off our skin. We no longer needed clay to trap body heat. The physical necessity died, but the psychological impulse stayed. Crushed red ochre slowly became Egyptian coal, tribal war paint, ceremonial tattoos, and eventually a multi-billion-dollar cosmetics industry sitting on our dressing tables today. So the next time you see someone apply lipstick or paint their face before a match, don't call it vanity. You're watching a 100,000-year-old survival mechanism, still echoing through time. We didn't invent makeup to look pretty for the world. We invented it so the world wouldn't destroy us. If this blew your mind, comment ochre below, and subscribe.